This episode of the Nerd Corporation podcast may contain spoilers and explicit language. Listener discretion is advised. We are the Nerd Corporation.
What up, everybody? It's podcast day. My name is Eddie Lyon.
I'm Cole Simper.
I'm Derek Reese.
I'm Nick Lewis.
And I'm Angela Wooden.
And we are the Nerd Corporation. Welcome to episode 147, Best Games of 2021. We're going to be talking about our favorite games of 2021. This ranking system is purely personal and in no way a solidified ranking system. It's just...
Mine is, but go ahead.
My ranking system is guinea pigs.
Yeah. So we're just going to get right into it. We will have nerd news for you next week because, boy, howdy, do we have a lot of nerd news.
We're going to talk about everything. Everything.
So what we're going to do is we're going to go around the table, starting with our number 10 picks, and just go from there. So, Angela, what was your number 10?
I don't have 10. I have 3 because I only played 3 new games.
Okay.
Actually, I didn't even play 3 new games. One of them was a DLC expansion. Actually, no, 2 of them were DLC.
So you played one game?
No. Okay, I have 4 games, but 2 of them were DLC expansions.
Okay. So what is your number 4?
My number 4 would probably be the new Pokemon games, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. They were pretty good. Yeah, considering that I only played 4 games, and that's in my last spot, though.
Yeah.
No, they're good. I think I liked the originals more, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those were DS games. Those were the first Pokemon games on the DS. I remember those ones specifically because the hype for Pokemon was very, very big at that time.
Large.
Very big. Pearl and Diamond are very special, man. They're very unique games. Mm-hmm. They're not on my list, but...
Because I'm a real gamer.
They're great, but fuck them.
No, I mean, you know what you get.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
and you don't
Pokemon
throw a
game.
fit.
Right.
You know, it's exactly what you think it is.
It's a Pokemon game.
And that's why I'm really curious to see Arceus and what the fuck, what are they doing with that, you know, to shake up the Pokemon formula, because it's getting old, bro. It's getting old.
Well, I mean, it got old forever ago, but people
Find
are
out next
super
week.
loyal.
Is it out? No
28th.
fucking way. Are you serious?
28th.
Oh, no.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, we haven't seen anything on it. There's no gameplay. There was? Oh, okay. I'm out of the loop then. Never mind.
No.
I have 2 honorable mentions really fast. Mm-hmm. I'm trying really hard not to be dead inside anymore, and what really helped last year was Sora and Smash. That was like an incredible year for Smash in general, but it was like a really nice cherry on top that felt oddly specifically for me, which was very creepy. Like, I'm still convinced that Sakurai is somewhere in my house. But
Just like in the bushes, just like
yeah.
taking notes.
Living in the walls.
Yeah. Just like
I do hear scuttering in the walls at night.
in bed with the covers up to your mouth, like Sakurai.
Masahiro?
Tickles your toes.
I didn't feel good enough to put it on my list specifically, but Monster Hunter Rise is really fucking good. I was talking to you for 2 seconds about it. I think you would fucking love that game. I've got about 12 hours into it, and I'm pretty sure I've got like the next at least 100, because there's
I stuck like 140 hours into World.
Really?
Yeah, like it was like I was really invested in World when it came out.
There's a Spider-Man like feature in Rise.
Oh, really?
That I think you would really like. So one thing that I hated about World is like the knockback is so harsh. Mm-hmm. Like when you get hit by a big winding attack,
it's just like this giant arcing.
Yeah, and like the animation to get up is really slow, but with this you have the opportunity to like quickly get up.
Oh, just like kip up from being full.
And get like right back into the monster's face.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
It's pretty dope, and it being on Switch is like, because it's just, you know, Monster Hunter's that pick up and play like one more quest before I put it down type of game, that like really works on the Switch.
Might have to check it out. I don't know if I want to check it out for $60, but I'll definitely check it out.
Breaking a little bit of a tradition, my number 10 is Bo Burnham's Inside.
Oh.
I am in love with this. I know it's not a video game.
I was going to say, it's a great game. I loved playing that.
I know it's not a video game, but it's a piece of fucking art.
Oh, yeah.
And it like really affected me in a lot of ways.
Well, like,
I knew you guys would like it.
I fucking love it.
I mean, watching Bo Burnham from the beginning of his career in terms of, you know, the things that have been on television that you could view and things like that, like right off the bat, I was like, holy shit, dude, this kid's intelligent. Like he's got like a lot going on, that he's really inventive and just constantly thinking.
Yeah, I remember when he was on YouTube, dude. Like I was watching him when he was on YouTube when he was just this little kid with a keyboard.
How that man perfectly captured 2019, 2020, and 2021 anxiety in like, what is it, like an hour and 20-minute special is beyond me. It's fucking incredible.
Yeah, and just the isolation and...
Well, and not only that, but like you look at a song like Welcome to the Internet that is so fucking well produced.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see those credits and you see that it really was all him.
Yeah.
And it's like... It's shit like that I show to Joey, and I'm like, it's not your style of music, but it's like you need to look at the production and see, like, you know, let doors open, you know, towards creativity.
Right.
And Bo Burnham's Inside was a fucking piece of art, and I felt like I had to include it.
Okay.
You know, his stand-up aside, you really can't beat the fucking vines that man put out.
Dude.
Top tier.
Dude, that man he is something else, dude, honestly.
One of my favorites is the one that I still see floating around YouTube, is where he's sitting at his keyboard and he goes, what is it, where he's like, is there anything better than pussy? Yeah, really good book. where he's going through this drive-thru or whatever. He's like, can I get a large number 3? And it's just a giant balloon, inflatable number 3. He's like, I can't fucking see. Best vines.
Yeah, I mean, like he's just, it doesn't matter whether it's long form comedy or stuff like Vines. Like he's a fucking genius. And
it fucking sent me to remember that came out in 2021, because I swore I watched that in 2020.
That's like the guy that says he swore he had COVID in 2015.
Oh yeah.
Derek?
I haven't played like any fucking thing new. So
we're going around.
So Barry, like this to get this out of the way, it was kind of a pretty fucking lax year for video games, right?
It really was.
Like I kind of struggled to get 10.
I did too.
Like I don't really even much enjoy some of the games that are on mine, but like I just feel like, okay, that was really good in terms of quality, so it should be there.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, maybe I'll just like do what are you playing as my 10, like, and just sprinkle them in there. Like,
yeah, I mean, we can. It doesn't really matter. Like I said, this is a weird year. For games, so we can improvise.
All right. Well, my number 10 was Marvel's Avengers.
Ooh.
What?
Yeah, Marvel's Avengers.
Defend it, my friend.
So this game, when it came out, was probably the hottest piece of garbage ever.
That's one way to say it. Yes.
It's very that's a kind way of saying it.
I game shared with Weird Sense with this game, so I didn't have to pay for it, but I wanted his money back.
Yeah.
But just recently, toward the middle of the year, I played it with Dallin, one of our patrons, and he and I had such a blast.
Yeah.
It was actually a lot of fun.
Doing it co-op?
Okay. But I mean, I did it co-op with Weird Sense too, and it just wasn't the same. But like, I remember
coming over and watching that game, and I was like, this just doesn't look fun.
And it wasn't, but it was fun enough while I was playing it with Dallin. So it made it there just
a good co-op experience.
Yes, just on its own. So.
All right.
Oh, by the way, don't forget to say each other's names when we're addressing each other. Cole.
You be quiet.
Hey! Derek, you be quiet.
You.
Motherfucker.
My top 10 is
Number
my
10.
number 10 of my top 10. I'm giving to Far Cry 6.
Really?
It had its moments, but it was just like a rinse and repeat of like Far Cry 5, like exactly almost the same. You know, you got the evil guy, and he's got
Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't feel like he even was enough to like the game was fun, the game was fine, but Voss is not his son, by the way.
But it didn't win my
really?
I finally just looked it up.
No,
I'm not gonna finish this game, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's just like, you know, it's like Far Cry 5. You've got Castillo, who's Juan Carlos' character, and then compared to...
I thought you said Steve-O.
Steve-O, yeah. Compared to, fucking, what's his name? Father John Misty or whatever the fuck.
I know what you're talking about.
The father.
The cult guy,
yeah. And it's just like... It's
Seth
like,
Rollins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The architect. That's right. It's just like a different setting for like the same game almost, which I loved Far Cry 5. The thing I liked about 5 is like the fact that you're battling through this cult.
Yeah.
Like I thought that was really something really cool that a new thing that they did, but this one is just like, I don't know, I don't know if I can play like any more Far Cry games.
I totally know what you mean. I feel the same way with Assassin's Creed.
Exactly.
I can't. I can't. Like, I'm sorry.
Like,
I have Valhalla downstairs, and I do
too.
plan on playing it because, you know, I have it on PS5. It's supposed to run really great on PS5.
It's kind of fun, actually. Like,
I really want to, and when I want to return to Assassin's Creed, that's the one I'm going to choose. But with Far Cry, I feel like I need to return to 5 because 5 has such a unique setting.
Exactly.
In the middle of Montana, I think that's like a really fucking unique too. Like, I couldn't tell you too many games that take place in like, obviously there's a ton in that like rural type of area, but like in Montana specifically, it's just cool to me. And the Cuba stuff is cool, and you know, Juan Carlo Esposito and stuff. That's all great, but these games need like a massive makeover. It's the same thing with Call of Duty. You what you see is what you get. Like, usually, like every time with these games, which is just checkbox games, where it's like you have like this big list of all this shit to go see and do on the map, and that's pretty much it. That's the game, you know.
Angela?
While we were talking, I realized that I had another game that I played that is new.
Which one?
Halo Infinite. That is my number 4.
Okay.
So, Pokemon is my number 5. But yeah, Halo's my number 4. Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's a good multiplayer to play.
Yeah, it's fun.
Play with friends.
Yeah, that's alright.
Gus disagrees.
All you do is play Halo.
It's okay.
That's all I have to say about Halo, because I'm sure that someone else has it higher on the list.
Yeah, so anyways, that's me. It's on mine.
Cole?
My number 9 is Hitman 3. I really like the value of this game because I'm sure if you find it on sale, you can get like all 3 of the Hitman games in the Hitman 3 engine, which is what I did. And just knowing that like I have all of that awesome fucking content to come and go as I please. Like, because the Hitman games for me are not about the story. It's just kind of about the locales and the gameplay aspects that
I kind of got a little bit into the story, especially when I started playing like the original, like, because I went back years ago and tried to play just Hitman Agent 47, like the very first one that came out. Very, very hard to look at.
Yeah.
like big box PC gaming days. Like,
yeah.
But then, you know, I played through like There's Hitman 2, Silent Assassin, Hitman Contracts. And these are like the original ones. And those are like, I kind of got into the story in those games. But these are like in the same vein, but they're a totally different story.
I just really enjoy that amount of content, and it's going to be a game that I'm going to have to slowly chip away at.
Well, they're constantly putting shit into that game now. Too,
yeah.
Because I see all these roadmap videos for it, and I'm just like, damn, I wish I would have kept it.
Yeah. But, yeah, that's my number 9.
I've been playing games.
Yeah?
Yeah. So I went ahead and finished the Black Order. The Marvel Ultimate Alliance Black Order.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't remember why. Like, I had set it down. I mean, partially because I normally keep the Switch in my daughter's room. But then I started just, like, I took it out and I was like, man, I haven't played this thing in a minute. And just started, like, going ham on all these games. So, I finished Black Order, and that was cool. Like, I really like that game.
Good.
I mean, it's a really good Ultimate Alliance game. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. My number 9 is the Grand Theft Auto Definitive Edition trilogy.
Oh no!
That made it, despite how not good it was when it came out,
It's better than Marvel's Avengers, that's on his list.
by one number.
Despite all the bullshit I still had a lot of fun playing those games.
Yeah.
Despite all the bugs and all the craziness and all of that, like, going back to revisit those games was a really fun time.
I played the third one on, because they have that on PS Now.
Okay.
Yep.
And then I played San Andreas on the cloud gaming for the Game Pass, and I mean, I thought they were fun. I didn't spend very much time with them, but
yeah, I remember getting them and just having a ball. Like, I was just enjoying the shit out of them. And yeah, there were moments where I was just like, man, fuck this, I'm done. Like, just 'cause there were some things that just that would bother me, but overall the games were really fun, and I had a great time with them.
They're not on my list, but I played through all 3 of them on my Switch, and they are great on the Switch. Mm-hmm. Like, if you go in with low expectations, then you won't be disappointed, but I feel like the Switch does a pretty good job of handling those games. And it's also just really fucking weird and cool that Grand Theft Auto San Andreas with hot coffee is on a Nintendo console. Mm-hmm. Like, that's very funny.
Yeah.
But so they did do some stability patches for the Nintendo Switch version of them. So
okay.
I'm thinking that there's going to be a few more. They're still, like, pretty fucking bad considering, but, like, I never saw this in the PlayStation or the Xbox or the PC versions. Right. But there was it would, like, skip out on every other animation. Mm-hmm. So it just ended up looking like a fucking slideshow when you were running. It's really bad. It's really bad, especially in you say that in Vice City. Yeah. It's really bad in Vice City. But not there in San Andreas, which cool. I would have thought definitely would be the one to have the most issues, but surprisingly not.
Yeah, no, the trilogy was gifted to me by a friend, and
by who? I want to know.
I want names.
You tell me now.
Yeah, the trilogy was gifted to me, so it was not like I missed out on anything, or like I was just like, fuck, I spent money on this. But had I spent money on it, I think I would have been fine. These games were still just as fun as I remember them. The updated everything looked cool. I would have, of course, done without the bugs, but do they do like online play with those? No.
Okay, because that'd be kind of crazy.
That would be kind of wild.
Right?
That would be kind of wild.
That would be awful, honestly.
I'm sure it would be.
Given the way that everyone moves in those original games, it would have been terrible.
Yeah.
It's like it's like the same idea as, hey, let's put multiplayer in BioShock. What do you think?
Oh, I know, right? Man, I want to play BioShock again. Fuck.
Nick?
So, I couldn't decide if I wanted to put this on my honorable mention or my list, but I put it on my list anyways, even though I technically haven't finished this game, but I did play through the original one. But Doki Doki Literature Club Plus.
Nice.
So, there's different things that I didn't notice in the original game that like I'm noticing in this game. Like in this one, even when you're like first starting the game, like if anyone's not familiar, it's essentially it's a visual novel, but it's a psychological horror game. And
very interactive.
It is not for the fucking faint of heart.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
Like when I bought this game and I had to like kind of ease myself into it because of past life experiences.
Yeah,
Which in this game deals with almost all of that.
Yeah.
Once I started playing it again, I was like, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But like when you're first playing the game, when you first join the literature club, like if you listen closely to the music, sometimes it will like the music will either like very subtly decrease or like increase an octave, and it's just like I don't know if that was like foreshadowing on purpose or what, but this is before like anything has even happened. So, but
it's pretty good with fucking with you.
Yeah, and
I never got that far, but I do remember like the opening hours there's something very off. There's something very off. Like the tension really kind of begins with like from the very beginning.
Yeah, I bought this. I pre-ordered this because it was coming out on PlayStation 5, and I was like, that's gonna be like. And the only reason I haven't gotten the platinum is just because I haven't played it in a minute. But it's gonna be just like a matter of going through the game, which is 5 hours at most.
I was very excited this game coming to console. Yeah. I bought it for PS5 and for the Switch.
Yeah, I bought it for PS5. Like. It was like $30.
Yeah.
And it gives you all this cool like extra stuff, but
stickers and stuff.
Yeah. But if anyone hasn't played that game and you can, handle yourself with really fucked up shit, then go. I recommend you go and play it because it is good.
Yeah.
My number 3 is Little Nightmares 2.
That was good.
Yeah. Really good.
I really enjoyed that game.
Me too. That's all. I mean, like, it's a prequel to the first game. Like, there's not much more I can say without it being spoilers, but play both of them. They're great.
Cool.
My number 8 is Resident Evil 4 in VR.
Mm-hmm. That's one of my honorable mentions.
Who the fuck thought to do this?
It's so fun, dude.
Who thought? Like... Especially Facebook, of all fucking places. Let's take this. Resident Evil isn't what I would call niche anymore, because, it's pretty fucking popular, right. But Resident Evil 4, like, what the fuck? Mm-hmm. A game that came out what was that? Was that 2000? That was 2004, dude.
Because it was on GameCube.
When that game came out for the GameCube, bro?
Yeah.
What the
That's how I played that game. Like,
yeah. It's very strange, but it works really well. Oh, yeah. And, like, the interactivity with the guns and everything, like I was like, I gotta get the bolt action rifle because like I gotta see how cool it makes you feel.
Does that work cool?
Yeah, it's pretty fucking dumb. Well, the cool thing about the rifle and pretty much all the two-handed guns, but the rifle is really cool because you have to bring it up specifically the controllers to your eye level to go through the scope.
Oh, that's so...
Oh, wow.
Bro, it's so fucking cool. And between that and, like actually having to cock the shotgun and, like, insert the shells into the chamber, like, it's so fucking cool. And I do want to go back into it and, like, see if the PRL 412 is in there, that fucking gun that you get for beating the game on hard mode.
Oh, yeah.
That just destroys everything in its way. I want to do that and like the hand cannon and all that shit.
I just got to the castle where when you walk in and you get that cut. Is it Salazar? The little guy?
Uh-huh.
You get that cutscene. Like I just have my game saved right there. But that was the first game that I bought when I got my Oculus. I was like, I'm buying the Oculus for this fucking game.
Yep. It's really fucking cool. And it's like definitely, I'm glad that I waited to get like this into VR because it feels like the right moment. Like, it feels like the right title to push you into believing into new tech. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's done really well, and it's hard to explain until you just go in there and do it. Like, being able to like hold the gun with one hand and then hold the knife with the other hand, and it's like,
I'll do a solid.
You can't, you can't do that in the original game,
No.
but it's so fucking cool to know. And then you see like these TikToks of these guys that are just going fucking sicko mode, fucking throwing their gun in the air, slicing a guy in the face, catching the gun in the air, shooting the guy in the kneecap, and then doing the fucking suplex move. It's like, holy fuck, dude. It's like, this isn't even Resident Evil 4 anymore, but it's still so fucking cool.
Yeah.
You know? And it kind of fixes the Ashley parts, which is the worst fucking parts of that game. So
Yeah, I noticed that if you get too close to her, your hands will disappear. Because of course I tried. Of course I tried.
Boo!
Hey,
Boo!
I'm a man.
This
I'm a
fucking
man.
guy.
I'm a
Boo!
No, you're a pervert.
You need to leave.
I got the president's daughter. I got her in a room. I'm a wild guy.
Boo,
I'm a little
tomato,
kooky.
tomato.
We get some sugar in me, and I get a little kooky. Yeah, that's my number 8, Resident Evil 4 in VR.
Derek, what else you playing?
So I kind of started getting a little bit back more into, because I kind of fell off it a little bit just because I was doing other things, but I started playing a bit more Diablo 3, and what was really fucking cool, and I don't know if it's still going on or not, but they have this event called the Darkening of Tristram, where you can kind of go back and get these achievements and get little special rewards and things.
Okay.
But it's dope as fuck because, like, so you go in in adventure mode, you go into this special portal. Like, it's actually marked on the map. So you just go to this one part in Act 1, run over to this cave, and go into it. But when you go through the portal, it changes you back to like a 8-bit mode. Mm-hmm. And like, it's just fucking cool, man.
Like original Diablo or like pixelated like side scroller?
Well, like it's above, but still, but like it's all pixelated and everything, and it's fucking dope, dude. It was the coolest thing. So you just go in there, and like, it's cool because you're a brand new character, and you basically go through this labyrinth, sort of. Well, not exactly, but like, you have these different levels, and all the monsters keep getting harder. There's like a boss every level.
That's dope.
And, so you're leveling at the same time as going through these levels. And so you're getting more abilities, and you're, but like, there are people doing it like on insane hard modes, which you can set it so that, if your character dies, you're gone for good.
Right. And
so like, if you do that, then you get all these other extra rewards and that kind of thing. It's
nice.
So it's kind of a blast, but and then of course playing Diablo 2 as well. But
I got that, by the way.
Oh, did you? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Did you do 3 as well or no?
No,
I was gonna say, Derek, that you did play that, and that's a 2021 game.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess because Diablo 3 is not, and
but
Diablo 2 technically isn't either. It's just a remake. Yeah. But yeah, that's true.
Bitch, I got a remake on my list.
Okay. Well, call me a purist.
Bitch, I got a remake on my list too.
I don't think remakes count. That's just me. But yeah, no. It's been dope as shit. But so I'll just kind of like lump those two together.
Cool. My number 8 was Oddworld Soulstorm.
Dude, I need to play that, and I wanted to get the big holy fuck collector edition. Mm-hmm. Oh.
Dude, that game is so much fun. I had fallen out with the Oddworld series for a while.
Yeah.
And
I love Abe's Odyssey.
Yeah, Abe's Odyssey is a classic, and it was great, and I loved playing that game. Like, I played that game into the dirt.
Right.
But after a while, I didn't play past Abe's Exodus, I think. Mm. And this one came up, and I had just gotten my new PS5, and I was just like, all right, well, I'll give this a shot. You know what I mean?
Gulp, gulp, gulp.
My bad.
Very good. And so I was like, why not give this a shot? And my goodness, is it magical? It's just magical, dude. Like it brings back all the nostalgia of the old ones.
I'll have to come over and play it.
Yeah, dude, come over because it's really fun. It's just that mindless, like, puzzle solving fun. You know what I mean? Which is funny because I say mindless puzzle solving, right? But like the puzzles are fairly easy to understand, and
because Eddie's too stupid to own an
iPhone.
That's why
you're way too dumb for like difficult puzzles.
Just for context.
Right. Oddworld's like the Android of video games.
Does it come with a PlayStation 4 version or?
I don't know. If not, you can always come over and play.
I think it was just a PS5.
I think it was
just
a
PS5 game.
Okay.
But I had tons of fun hearing Abe and his people actually like interact more than what I would remember them.
Yeah.
From going to something like Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey, and then just jumping straight in. So I'm jumping from the first one to like half of the second one to the last one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just like everything looks so new and shiny and everything's cool, and to hear them like curse at each other too, it's just like shit, you know, or shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Oh shit. And it's just it was a nice experience. It was like experiencing the game all over again. So yeah, definitely. One of my honorable mentions also was Ghost Runner. I
am so fucking mad at that game.
That game is hard.
Shit.
That game is hard as fuck, but it is so fun, dude. That game is hard as hell.
I bought it. It was on sale for PS5 for $12, and I was just like, what could possibly go wrong? Everything is what
the game is just like it's you moving. It's basically a runner game. And you're running through these obstacles, and you have to kill these people in such a sequence that it has to flow through the puzzle in order for you to advance to the next level. So
you can kill them like in any order,
right? But it
has a lot of them have these things that are generating a shield, and you have to destroy those first, and then
it's just like a process that you have to go through depending on what the enemies are.
One hit death.
Yeah, it's one hit.
It sounds a lot like Katana Zero. Did you ever play that game?
Yeah, I actually really enjoyed that game. Yeah,
it just sounds like a.
No, it's almost it's exactly like
a
3D pretty much. Yeah. Yep.
I didn't think about that.
Katana Zero fucking kicks ass.
Yep.
I hated it. I never played it. I was
gonna call you out. You never played it.
Did you see Cole's face though? He was like, about to have a heart attack. Sorry, I didn't mean to send you into near cardiac arrest there. Fuck.
You almost had a cardiac event.
Yeah.
I'll give an honorable mention, and I'll give my number 8. So my honorable mention is Age of Empires 4. That game is very fun, and I've been a huge fan of the Age of Empires games since I played...
Since the Age of Empires?
Yeah.
Since the Age of Empires. I played Age of Empires 2 as my first game back in middle school, and then I was like, oh, where's it? I gotta play the first one.
Yeah.
But back then, it's not like it was just like, oh, hey, I'm just gonna go buy it off of Steam.
Mm-hmm.
So... But Age of Empires 4, their campaign mode is you're replaying these famous battles. Like, I think the first one that you play has something to do with like Henry VIII or whatever, and it the camera will show like the real world locations, and then like kind of in post like put all the armies in there fighting like in the foreground of like the, you know what I'm trying to say, like.
Yeah.
I don't know what the technique for that is called, but... and then, of course, I jumped into multiplayer and got my ass kicked.
Right.
That's what happens in RTS games. But so that's my first honorable mention. And then my number 8, I had it a little further back, but Call of Duty Vanguard.
Really?
I bought this on sale on PC. It was like $45. And I actually could not stop playing it for like a week. Like, I was actually really enjoying it. Because when I played it in the beta on PC, it looked like fucking garbage.
Right.
And then I started playing it here, and I'm like, this actually looks really good. They have the tactical sprint back again, so you can do that.
Nice.
Their zombies mode is like chapter-based, kind of.
Okay.
So like you all get together, you go through a portal, you do these objectives, and then you extract, and then you can go get the treasure chest or whatever, and then you go through another portal. So I'm like, this I can actually get into, because it's not just bullshit crazy.
It's just not endless.
No, exactly. It's not
waves of
hectic and. But I haven't played the single player yet. But I mean,
I watched Joey play it for a minute. It seems like it's kind of cool.
It's fun, but the only reason it's so far back there is just because, A, it's another Call of Duty, which I'm never usually against, but B, it's World War II, which has just been played.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons why I didn't even think about Vanguard at all when it came out. I mean, it's just like, how many times are we going to do this whole rinsed, World War II aesthetic for a shooter? Like, okay, let's move on. Let's,
So
we need to get a World War III so we can, get that game.
Yeah.
Everyone loves trilogies. The first one was a classic.
Right. The second one, if you're lucky, is just as good as the first.
The
if not better.
A lot of people gravitate towards the second. They say it's a cult classic.
They kind of went and overdid the themes. I don't know. It was a little overdone, I thought.
Yeah, the villain was a little hokey in my opinion.
Personally,
I mean, a little dramatic.
We've been waiting how long for a third one?
I mean, you know what? Maybe they won't even do a third one. Maybe they'll reboot World War One.
I really hope they get Zack Snyder.
It almost came out in 2019. Gross. You know what I mean? Like,
we were close.
It almost came out.
The Kickstarter was right there.
Well, no, see, that would have been Civil War 2.
That's true. That's true.
My number 2 was the Stardew Valley 1.5 update.
Okay.
I've played this game, as of today, 300 hours.
Holy shit.
And, right now I'm at the point where, in my 2 most previous playthroughs, I would have quit, at the, 100 hour mark.
Mm-hmm.
But they added so much more new content that I'm, just continuously, grinding it out, every single day, so.
Very cool, though.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I need to check that out, because I have that game on Switch, but I haven't played it in a long time.
Cool.
My number 7 is, I don't know why, but I'm blanking on the fucking name. Cyber Shadow. Why did I think it was something else? That's fucking weird. Yeah, Cyber Shadow. I can't remember the developer's name, but it was produced by Yacht Club Games, which are the people that made Shovel Knight. Mm. And it's just a gorgeous 2D side-scroller. Very reminiscent of Ninja Gaiden. Very hard. It's really cool. I really like the art design in the game, too. I don't know. It just kind of hits everything that I like in a side-scrolling 2D game.
Cool.
And I recommend it heavily.
Sweet. G-Rock, what else are you playing?
I mean, of course, the ever-present WoW.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, we got to talk about that next week.
We do.
I'm very interested.
Maybe we'll have news by then, because it's who knows if the
I don't know. Phil
even
Spencer
going through.
is singing like a fucking canary on everything that's going on. So he's trying to make it as transparent as possible, which I really appreciate. But there's still so much up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
dude.
My big news for next week is a tie-in to this whole thing too.
Yeah.
I mean, I just hope that if it does happen, that it doesn't turn into, because I'm fine with WoW being pay to play, but if it turns into another pay to win bullshit, I'm gonna be so pissed.
Yeah, I hope not either.
I would take this as a very positive first step towards being a lot better.
I mean, that's
I would.
That's my main feeling. I mean, it couldn't be worse.
It definitely couldn't be worse.
I don't mean to jump into this since we're talking about this.
Yeah, Nick, shut up.
Next week, but somebody brought up a good point that we're all familiar with how how shitty of a game Warcraft 3 Reforged was, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, imagine these guys now doing a 1 and 2 battle chest.
Yeah. I mean, like, if it goes to a company that's willing to actually put resources into it instead of using all their resources to harass their employees, we could get some good games.
Yeah.
Nice tits, Janice.
I'm trying to code this game over here.
I got something you can code.
1-800-ALL-COCK. Let's never forget that
Except
one.
when you hear that yell, it's just like a guy down the hall. I got something you can code.
Exactly.
His voice is very faint.
Derek, did you ever watch Asmongold?
Yeah, a little. I've watched a little bit of his stuff.
I tried watching him because he obviously had that big falling out with World of Warcraft and went to Final Fantasy 14. And I've been trying to watch him. I just can't. There's something. It's very obviously me. He's just not hitting the right, dopamine responses for me. Like he's just very strange. He's a very strange man.
He's an odd duck.
I like his takes though. I feel like he's a very intelligent man.
Video that he put out after his mom died. Super fucking heavy. Like
really. Yeah, no, he seems like a great dude, and like I like his takes. Like he's pretty fucking spot on.
He's always on those Top Keck videos that I watch where it's like best Twitch fails or best text to speech donations, and he's always on there. And one of them was like most savage Twitch moments, and somebody donated to him and said, "I appreciate your hairline doing the 6 feet protocol,
my God.
staying 6 feet away from your forehead or something like that." He's just like.
I'll have to find the video, and I think I remember which video it is. Because, I used to... Now I don't really use them as much, but I used to go on to YouTube fairly often, like if there was a World of Warcraft pet battle I was having difficulty with, and, just look up a couple different strategies, and his were, some of the ones that I would check out now and then. And I don't quite remember what it was, but he said something to the effect of, sometimes the stars align to fuck you with a giant dildo from space. And it was just one of the greatest little quotes. Yeah. And I absolutely, I need to find out what it was exactly, but that's pretty close to the feeling.
Yeah,
but
that video that he put out, like him talking about like, the stuff that he was talking about that like happened to him and his family sounded like shit out of like a horror movie. Wow. Like at one point, like because his mom is like bigger, not taking care of herself very well. She smokes, she eats junk food, that sort of thing. She's on oxygen, and at one point, like he woke up to like her screaming, and she was like, she fell out of like her bed or something like that, and her cigarette like went close enough to the oxygen tank, and like she like caught on fire. And I'm watching this video just like, what the fuck, dude?
Damn.
That's the kind of shit that you don't say. Like I feel like that's all you. I feel like you're taking a big risk telling your audience this, because the internet does not play fair, my friend. Like there's probably like some kind of deviant art about that happening. Like,
well, yeah, but
there's no fucking, if that happened to someone very special to me, no fucking chance am I saying that to my audience of hundreds of thousands of people.
Well, if you're after views and
I get that.
He was just being
exposure.
He was just being open and
transparent,
like, talking about the life of his mom and stuff that happened leading up to that. But
oh man, that's awful.
On that note, Eddie, what about you?
Number 7, Halo Infinite. I thought it was great when it came out.
A little far down there.
It is, and I'll tell you why.
I kind of figured.
Yeah, I had lots of fun when we were all playing it.
Tell me more, tell me more.
I really enjoyed it, but like I've always said, I'm just not a Halo person. Never have been, probably never will be. I enjoyed playing Halo with the boys, but other than that, like I never played Halo on my own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And fun.
I get that.
Fun game and all. I respect the fuck out of it. You know what I mean? It earns its roses. You know what I mean? Because it's one of the most iconic video games of all time. But not my bag.
The first Halo that I actually played, I think, was Halo 3. Like,
I played the very first one,
and that's me coming over from like old Call of Duty games, and playing this, and going like, this is
I started with
this game's not the coolest ever. Like, it's not gonna, whatever.
I started with Halo, man. That was my first person shooter, besides GoldenEye, but I don't really count that because it was like a single stick shooter.
Yeah, my uncles, one of my uncles had an Xbox, and it was the first game he ever bought for it was Combat Evolved, and I played the shit out of that game. Like, when it first came out, I played the shit out of that game. Me and my cousins, we all played the multiplayer. Everything was cool. After that one, never really felt the need to touch another Halo game.
I respect it. Yeah, I get it.
I went to the midnight release for Halo 2 at the mall, and like I showed up with some of my friends like after they released it, so they were doing like the Halo 2 LAN party tournament, and I look over, and because this is like after I had gone back and like played the first one, I'm like, okay, like now I know a little bit more about this. Look over at a screen, see a guy holding dual wielding, and I'm just like, what the fuck is that, dude?
Yeah, it's like, it's Halo 2. Yeah. There's 2 guns.
There's 2 Halos.
Yeah. One of my honorable mentions, Biomutant. That game was super fun to play. It
got a lot of hate.
I don't know. I don't understand why. I mean, it was fun. It had a nice little like karma system that you could follow.
Yeah.
Very RPG. You know what I mean? But it didn't really keep my attention. But it was very fun. It was a game that stood out for me more than it was something that I could put on a list, which is why it's an honorable mention.
Okay.
My number 7 is Kina Bridge of Spirits. I had seen a lot of people like post about this game in this PlayStation 5 owners group that I'm in, which right now is just
5 people.
All of them just posting shit about the merger, and people are just like, bro, this is a fucking PlayStation group. Like, shut the fuck up already.
Yeah, but it's big news,
It
man.
is, yeah.
It's
but
fucking
it's like,
huge news.
People
and
are just like, oh, what do you think about Call of Duty going fucking exclusive? And it's like, fuck,
it's never gonna fucking go. We'll talk about it more next week.
Anyways,
we'll talk about it more next week.
But I digest. But I saw a lot of people posting about this game, and I went out and I traded a bunch of games in because I was trying to, as hard as I could, to not spend any money and get the new Battlefield, which I succeeded in.
Yeah.
And then I had like $20 left over, or I had like 30 left over, and I was talking to Ellie at GameStop, and I was like, yeah, let me get that too with my leftover. So I just paid like the $20 and picked it up. And
yeah.
It's a really fun, gorgeous game. It's basically this girl you're playing as, Kina. She runs around and helps like people that passed on, but she helps them, like, their spirits like come to rest or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like an action RPG. It has a little, it's not like a Soulsborne game, but it has a little of that action, like, lock on, attack, and then you can dodge.
Yeah.
And it has a little bit of that action in it. But it's just a super fun game, and I was actually like blown away about how fun I thought it was. And it's like, I think it's only like $50 for like, and the one that came out on PS5 is like the digital, so you get like the soundtrack with it too. But
fun little piece of homework for you. That game is made by Ember Labs.
They made a really good animation of Majora's Mask
called
did they?
Terrible Fate. It's fucking
really
awesome. I think it's only like 2 minutes long on YouTube.
It's on
but
YouTube.
it is made by the same people, Ember Labs. It's very, very cool.
No,
very cool.
It's
really well done.
Like, it was enough to like say like we're getting like a Zelda like 3D anime or a CGI anime.
It's pretty dope.
Cool. Do you have an honorable mention?
Oh yeah. Let me look through here.
Every time we say honorable, it reminds me of Dude, Where's My Car? When what's his bucket the French guy that had the emus or whatever.
Honorable.
What do you say? Andy Dick over there.
Honorable.
Honorable. What's honorable? Wasn't that Data? The dude Brent Spiner?
No, was it?
I think it was Brent Spiner.
I don't know.
Anyway, it looked like him. But anyway, sorry.
Let's see. I wanted to put this on the list, but I haven't finished this game yet because I just bought it like 2 days ago. But it's a game called Lost in Random. I'm putting this on honorable mention just because I'm like maybe an hour and a half into the game. But so far, it's a really cool kind of action RPG game where you like there's this place called Random, and like when a child like reaches the age of 12, the queen comes down, picks them up, and then they roll a dice, and what they land on is like where they go. So like if you roll a 6, you go live with the queen, and if you roll a 1,
guess you're going to the grave.
You're a poor piece of shit.
Yeah.
And you're called a oneer. Like it's all like numbers. Like the town I'm trying to get into is called Freedom. Or Three Town or something like some weird play on number words like that. But so like combat, you basically get into this combat and you have to knock these crystals off the enemy. You pick those up, and then your little companion is like a dice with like a die with arms and legs. And when you get enough energy, you can roll him, and then you draw a card, and based on the number that you roll, you can play that. Like one of them is, you get a sword that you can use, or you get a bow and arrow, and it's very like Tim Burton-esque too. Like all the characters have this weird like kind of Tim Burton look to them.
Yeah,
that sounds cool.
It's really fun. I've been really enjoying it.
Just parts of that idea remind me of like this young adult book series. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it, but if you haven't or haven't read it, you should check it out. But the first book is called The Uglies. Yeah, you got it?
It's somewhere around here.
But yeah, it's a book series, so it's The Uglies, The Pretties, The Specials. Was it just 3?
I do remember those books.
I think it was maybe... But like, yeah, you have to, like, you can, at some point in your life, like, you can get surgery, because like everybody pre-surgery is called Uglies.
Yeah, it's very like cyberpunk-esque.
Yeah, it's really cool. For a young adult series, it's fucking dope.
Super dark, too.
Yeah. But anyway, it just kind of reminded me of that, but...
Yeah, I bought it. It was like $12, and you get it's PS4 and PS5, so like you can buy it for whichever, but yeah, it's been a really fun game so far. I just haven't put too much time into it, but already from what I've played, it's like one of my favorite games that I've played this year so far.
I don't know what it says about me, but Wonder to me sounds vaguely racist.
Yeah.
Wonder.
No, it felt pretty guttural.
Yeah.
You're not alone.
Okay.
I felt that too.
On it.
Wonder.
Or oney.
Right, and then
don't come around here no more, you wanner.
Yeah, right. And then they're like in between each other, they just call each other ones.
Wannas.
Oh
no.
What's up, my wanna?
What up, my wanna?
And then
God bless you today.
And you get the people from the south. Fucking wanner.
Yeah. Get out of here, Wanner!
We're getting dangerous here.
Wuggy buggy, Wanner!
They've just got a 1 on a flag. It's my heritage!
Yeah.
Oh my god. It's so fucking stupid, but it's true.
It's my heritage.
Heritage, not hate.
It's my heritage. Shut the fuck up. You're from Tremonton, okay?
Right.
No, it's not.
Well, let alone that your quote-unquote heritage was shorter than the run of Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah.
So, fuck you.
Gay marriage has now lasted longer than...
I bet.
That's your new heritage.
I bet they really love that.
That is your new heritage. Put that on your
flag.
flag.
It's so funny how that is such a controversial take. It's such a controversial thing to have a loser's flag.
Yeah.
Very funny. Yeah, their flag should be white. It shouldn't be.
Exactly.
It shouldn't be.
Fucking reminds me. And I never noticed this until watching the series, like on my second watch through. But I'm watching Trailer Park Boys again.
Of course you are.
And I forgot that fucking Ray on his wheelchair has the Confederate flag.
Yeah, dude.
Just like, you guys
And no
guys are in
shot.
Canada.
Yeah,
Fucking way she goes, bro.
Yeah.
I was
The
gonna
Canadian
say.
flag right next to the Confederate flag.
We're watching Trailer Park Boys tonight.
Yeah, I was gonna say no shot. Does Ray have any heritage tied to?
What a fucking brilliant show, which is older than Dirt, by the way. That show fucking started playing what was it, like the 90s?
Like mid to late 90s.
Holy fuck, dude. And it's still around. It's still around.
That's not true.
You know what I need to
yeah, but it's
check
not
out?
canceled.
They're not making any new episodes.
Well, yeah, but it's not canceled. They're not making any right now because Leahy died.
And something else happened.
Lucy left.
Lucy left because of the allegations
Bubbles.
against Bubbles.
Yeah.
That fucking sucks. I don't want to talk about that. Yeah.
Need her.
Look at
And
Bubbles.
J-Rock also left.
That's right. God damn it.
Know what I'm saying?
Now I'm getting sad.
I need to watch the Reno 911 hunt for QAnon.
Oh yeah. There's 3 lines that I absolutely love in Trailer Park Boys. The first one is, there's 4 actually. The first one is when the Bible people come and they're like, "Can you read?" And he's like, Bubbles is like, "Well, that depends. Can you go fuck yourself?" And then there's the one where Cyrus and them get out of jail and they come into the park and they're
I
divvying
mean, with
out.
his glasses, that's a legitimate question.
They're divvying out the guns and Trevor's like, "Oh, Julian, this is a pirate gun." He's got like a little sawn-off shotgun, and Bubbles is like, "Well, I guess that makes you long dong," or what does it say? I guess that makes you like long dick silver or something like that. And then what's the other one? It's I can't fucking remember, but
Great show.
It'll come to me.
The hash driveway is pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hash driveway one's fun. The porno one is fun too.
Oh no, the one where they freaking catch J-Rock jerking off in his trailer. That one's so funny.
Oh, it's in one of the newer seasons where their J-Rock's crew is sitting around or whatever, and the guy comes in, one of his crew members, with like a flag that has like an eagle, and he's like flapping it, and J-Rock looks at him, and one of the most genius lines I've ever heard. He goes, "No, I'm saying, man, we're motherfuckers, not motherfuckers."
Yeah.
And I fucking lost it the first time I heard that. I was like,
The new seasons are so good, dude.
Yeah.
Like how they were able to capture that old school Trailer
Were
Park
they
Boys.
the one where they are running weed to Sebastian Bach from Skid Row on a model train
on a
that
model
goes
train through the woods
border.
of fucking Canada.
Yeah, dude.
Underwater.
I fucking love that show so
Wow.
much, dude.
Oh.
Angela?
Anyways.
My number 1 is the Animal Crossing 2.0 update with the Happy Home Paradise DLC.
Cool.
It's just like a whole new game, I guess. It's a good refresher to the series, and yeah, like I've put like as much time in the DLC as I've done in like the base game.
Very nice. Cool.
Number 6 is Back 4 Blood.
That is also my number 6.
Is it?
Yeah.
So this game has some issues, but it is it's scratching a very niche itch that Left 4 Dead left a long time ago.
Mine's a little bit higher up on mine, but yeah.
Like, it really is a great fucking game.
A niche, if you will.
A niche. Yeah. Do you say niche or do you say niche?
It depends. I think it's more of a mood thing.
It's kind of like if you ask somebody, well, do you say data or do you say data? Like,
I don't know a single person that says data.
really?
I know a few people that say
Really?
Dallin says data.
It's
I mean,
psychopath.
I would say data.
Data. It's data.
Gilbort.
No, it's
Gilbort!
It's data.
No, it's not. No, it's
You
not.
hear that?
Bort.
It comes from Latin datum.
Okay,
You're
Professor.
just rhyming Latin datum.
Latin datum. Latin datum, but all of a sudden turn into Jonathan Davis.
I don't really know if I have a whole lot to say on Back 4 Blood. It was kind of what I expected it to be. I do want to return to it.
Agreed.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Because I never finished it.
So, you want to go back for blood?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
One could say I am back.
For blood.
Well, 6 out of 10.
I'll take it.
I'm gonna start
Funny.
rating.
Well,
Your,
Because that's the number.
I'm gonna start rating your jokes.
I think that's appropriate. I think that's a good number. I can deal with that.
Okay.
I can live with that.
People were way too hard on that fucking game. Way
Oh
too
my
hard.
God, tell me about
like,
it.
where were your expectations? Like, come on, man.
Agreed. No, that was my number 6 as well. I think that while it was fun, it really has a lot of issues that it needs to contend with. It's just like you said, Cole, it has that niche itch that gets scratched, but it definitely needs some more polish. It needs just a little better handling, I feel like the maneuvering in that game was very clunky and just very...
It's almost there. It's almost
yeah,
there.
like it just needs just a few more tweaks, but...
And one of my favorite moments of all year was fucking Ace of Spades
in the bar.
In the bar.
Yeah.
That was so fucking cool, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, I was playing with my friend Ben. I was playing with him and Johnny, and we got fucking ballroom blitz.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
That's a dope song.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. What you playing, Derek?
What else am I playing?
I don't fucking know.
No, tell me. Tell me immediately.
I don't fucking know. Great timing.
Oh.
Party.
Yeah, I was gonna say Mario Party. Serenity. I got her Mario Party for Christmas and everything, and she came over. Like, this was one of the few times I've had her like the full weekend because they're just they're so busy.
Yeah.
And yeah, we played the absolute fuck out of Mario Party, and it was such a blast. I mean, granted, that's a 2020 game, right? Isn't it?
Mario Party.
Or no,
The new
There
one.
was a new
2019.
one.
There was a
Yeah,
new
we
one that
didn't
came
get
out.
the new one though.
Oh.
No, there was
I'm still kind of
sale.
confused on what the new one even
There was a
It's-
sale on the original one for the Switch, so we grabbed that one.
It's like a greatest maps, but like
Greatest hits
yeah.
type deal.
Yeah, but like I guess a lot of people are kind of ticked about it because it's not very many maps.
Really?
Well,
Yeah.
it's 3, I think.
So, but
Like a Capcom Marvel Fighters Infinite situation where they just like cut it in half.
I mean, like
That was a tough situation because that game came out right during I think it was like, when did Disney buy Fox? That was 2018, right?
No idea.
Because I remember that's what it was, and why they had to cut out like all the
Yeah.
X-Men is because they didn't fucking own.
Yeah.
Yeah, they couldn't.
2019. Yeah.
2019. Okay.
Because that's about when that game came out. Yeah, it was 2019.
How much was that, by the way? I believe it was almost as much as our latest in
71.3 billion.
71.
So a little
That
bit
is
more.
fucking insane.
A little bit more.
That is fucking insane.
71 billion.
But we'll talk about it more next week.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So we've been playing the hell out of Mario Party and had a blast doing that, and then went up snowboarding, and that was a fucking blast.
Nice.
But yeah,
Nick, number 6.
So I'll actually do it the old switcheroo because I had this on honorable.
the
but
old dick twist.
I'm gonna put it into the list because it's very appropriate. Mass Effect Legendary.
Okay.
Okay.
So, if you're familiar with the old Mass Effect games, there is no good way that you can play them at all. I mean, the old version of 2 runs decently. 1 is a joke to look at and play.
Yep.
So playing these again, the way that they are meant to be played now, was a real awesome treat. and they put them on Game Pass, and I downloaded them and played them on Game Pass, and it's just like, holy fuck, like amazing looking. But
it's my most played game on PlayStation this year.
I'm playing through the second one right now. But yeah, I was a little bummed that they didn't come out specifically for PS5, but I mean, that would have taken a whole nother thing for them to do, and we would have had to wait for it.
Development cycle, yeah.
But yeah, I'm playing through Mass Effect 2 right now and enjoying every second of it. And then I'm going to go back and try and get all the trophies for it. But
nice.
My number 5 is Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
Okay.
Another knockout from Insomniac Games, continuing to prove to us that they are a fucking force to be reckoned with.
Goats, the lot of them.
No, fucking seriously. They made this at the same time that they were making Spider-Man and Miles Morales, which is fucking insane to me. It's another one of those situations where you know what you're getting with a Ratchet and Clank game.
Right.
Like, it was a fun platinum, and that's pretty much all I can say. Like, the writing was good. It falls into some modern storytelling tropes that I've been kind of spoken out against. It's just the way things are now.
Yeah.
You know, it's not necessarily a problem. It's just more kind of like,
okay, I'm over it.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
You know, it's in my movies. It's in, it's just like, it's a lot. And I've seen a lot of people say that that Rift Apart carries on the series tradition of inappropriate names. The second game is called Going Commando. The third game is called Up Your Arsenal.
there's Quest for Booty.
Lots of really funny names. I don't think so with Rift Apart. I don't think so at all.
And I think it's just a play on like Ripped Apart.
Ripped Apart is one that I saw a lot.
Ripped apart, like ripped apart.
Yeah.
For those of you that didn't
Lame.
see, I made an obscene gesture.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, either way, it's a stretch to say that that's a funny play on words.
It's a stretch, is it?
Get it?
Ripped apart, it's a stretch, is it?
I want to die.
Just jack the goes.
It's like one of those games where you have to platinum. Like, I feel like that's part of the experience. And I don't know. It's, I'm getting older.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because these games just don't hit the same way that they used to.
Right.
But it is a fantastic game. And I think it's probably the best looking thing on PS5.
Yeah.
Maybe. It's definitely fighting with like Demon Souls and all of that. It's a fucking like Pixar movie-esque, but
I don't know. I mean, Spider-Man Remastered looks pretty fucking good too.
I'm still pissed off. I'm still bugged about them changing the model to make him. They say it to make him look more like Tom Holland, but I don't get that.
I don't see that either.
You just like straight up changed the model.
Yeah.
Like, what was wrong with the PS4 one?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Like, I don't get it, and it just kind of like
it's like spits in the face of that kid, Yuri, whatever.
Yuri Lowenthal.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. Kind of bummed about that, and that's like kind of the big reason why I haven't come back to that game on PS5 yet.
Cool. Derek, are you playing anything else?
One thing I do want to say that was like the highlight of my 2021 year was going to the Mystery Science Theater live show.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
Misty and I went to that, and it was a fucking blast. It was so good.
Very cool.
So amazing.
Very cool.
Like, the riffs were incredible.
Mm-hmm.
The movie was so fucking weird. Like, I want to watch this. What was it called? I'm blanking. But anyway, the movie was just by the end, the whole thing was so incomprehensible. Like, you were just sitting there going, wait, how did you get from Act 1 to here? I don't what? And it was amazing. So, but anyway, yeah, it was such a good experience, and it was just incredible.
Cool. My honorable mention, since it isn't a 2021 game, but I wanted to throw it in there, was Astro's Playroom.
It counts.
Yeah.
I say it counts.
I really enjoyed the love letter it was to just Sony and PlayStation as a whole. I'm still working on the platinum, but
it's easy.
Yeah, I've got all the puzzles and all of the artifacts already, and I'm just doing like the extra stuff where you have to like jump on things and do all that. But I really did enjoy that. But my number 5, Resident Evil Village. Fun, great story. I mean, amazing. I mean, you can't say any more about this game that hasn't already been said by all of us, you know. But it's like you've been saying this whole episode. Cole, is you know what you get. You know what you get with a Resident Evil game, and you know, slaps a different skin on it every time. But you know, that's.
This is my number 4, so I'll get it out of the way real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I love the homages to Resident Evil 4.
Mm-hmm.
I love the emphasis on action in the game. I feel like it fits Resident Evil first person better than the
Biohazard.
I don't know, because I shit on 7 a lot. I feel like I say a lot of negative things about 7. 7's a great game. It's fucking awesome. It just didn't hit for me the way that I wanted it to.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very obviously a let's throw things at the wall and see what sticks.
Right.
I don't like Ethan Winters. I don't really think I've ever liked him more than just like a passing, like, okay, he's my avatar for this game. And that's all he really is.
Right.
So, like, the moment that happens at the end of 8 where it's like you're supposed to feel bad about him dying and trying to save his daughter and everything, it's like, those moments just don't really hit.
Yeah.
And I can't fault them for trying to make, like, a new character in the Resident Evil universe. It seems like that's what they're doing with his daughter, which scares the fuck out of me,
right? Because
it very obviously seems like we're going in a direction that's like, what are we doing? Are we playing as Jake from Resident Evil 6 again, where we have like powers and shit? Like, I don't know. It's concerning. Like, I just don't like the direction that we're going. And then I did have some problems with the difficulty. The beginning on it was hardcore, right? It was hardcore in the very beginning.
Talking about Nightmare of Shadows or whatever?
Nightmare of Shadows was the one that you had to unlock by beating hardcore mode.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The beginning of Resident Evil 8 on hardcore mode is like
the most frustrating thing.
Break your fucking controller hard. Like, oh my god, I almost fucking threw the game out at this point because I was like, I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. It's too fucking hard. And through pure fucking perseverance and stupidity, I finally got through. And it got easier. Mm-hmm. But I still fuck that Mercenaries mode. Because those trophies, my god. I think that's why I will have future heart problems. Is because of that fucking Mercenaries mode. But yeah, I mean, that's my number 4, so we can skip over it.
Cool. Nick, your number 5?
My number 5, I listed Persona 5 Strikers. I originally bought this game when I bought Hades on PS5.
What a cool game.
Yeah.
I love Hades so much.
That's an honorable mention, too. Because technically it didn't come out originally in 2021, but PS5 did. But this game, it's almost like a continuation per se of Persona 5. It's a whole new story. It is what's that genre? There's a name to it.
Muso.
Yeah, it's that. So basically you're fighting like almost armies of enemies,
waves,
but they're like super easy to kill, you know, and then you can go in and you can still do your spells and call in your personas and stuff like that, but it's just like the movement is a lot more fluid too, because it's not in the vein of like Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royal. You know what I mean? Where when you're running and walking, it's just very limited to the animations. And this one, there's a lot more animations, and you get a new character that joins you. I honestly can't remember her name, but
bubbly looking girl.
Yeah, she's really cool. And then they made it the free-to-play game for this month.
Yeah,
so
they made it the PlayStation Plus game. I bought it. I played the first little bit of it, and I really enjoyed it too.
So it is a direct sequel to Persona 5.
I mean, they say it is.
That's what I've heard. I've heard that it is a direct sequel.
So they come back after school for summer break to do that.
That's right, yeah.
That's like really the only reason why I want to play it. Like, man, I don't want to say I hate Musou games. They're just not fucking for me.
And that's what I said too, but I'm actually really enjoying this
Bro,
game.
they made a Berserk Musou game, which is so fucking perfect for Musou and for Berserk. And it's just like, I don't know.
Don't the Berserk games just suck in general, isn't what you were saying?
No, not necessarily. There was one for the Dreamcast that was pretty rad, and then there was a Japanese-only one that was, like, really fucking cool. And there's translations and stuff, but...
Yeah.
I don't know. Musou games are hard. And
this one, it's not, like, 100% like that. I mean, the combat is kind of like that, but...
What about the music? Yeah? Does it play Last Surprise, like, every time you go into a battle, like Persona 5 does, or does it have like a...
I haven't played it in a minute. Since before it went free to play.
I bought that game for PlayStation, which I think is a mistake. I should have bought it for Switch, because I feel like it's way more suited.
I bought it for trophies. So,
yeah.
But...
I mean, they've, like, almost confirmed, but not really confirmed Persona 5 is coming to the Switch somehow. I don't know how, but... That'll be Persona on the Switch for me.
Cool. All right, well, we'll go. We did your number 4. And you don't have any honorable mentions or anything? My number 4 is Guardians of the Galaxy.
You like this game?
I love this fucking game.
Really?
I mean, a lot of people like that game.
No, I've heard nothing but good things.
This game is probably just what Avengers should have been. The story is super rich. It's compelling. It's funny. There's this mechanic where if you get so much of a meter, you can call in a huddle. And so everybody walks in there like, what the fuck are we going to do? And they give you clues with their speech about what to do, right? And so they give you 2 options. You choose one of the options. And if it's the right option, the whole team gets buffed.
Yeah.
You get buffs, they get like, harder attack status, this, that, the other, whatever. But if you don't end up motivating your team, you're the only one that gets a buff. And your entire team just kind of is just like, you're a fucking idiot, fuck you. Like, you're a dummy. But I wish you could control the others, because the others have very fun movements that I wish I could play as.
Yeah, it seems like kind of a disappointment that you can only play as Star-Lord.
Yeah, but it really does make up for it.
I mean, there's potential in the sequels.
Oh, absolutely.
This game did
absolutely.
really well.
And I think it's super entertaining. I think it was really great. I couldn't get enough of it when I started playing it, and I just kind of took a backseat because I started Deathloop. And that was it.
Do they have that for PS4, or is it PS5 only?
Guardians
PS5
on PS4.
Is it?
It's
Okay.
on
Is
PS4.
Guardian?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Because didn't it came out like before PS5 did? Didn't it?
No.
Or no?
It came out,
Oh, okay.
It came out after. 'Cause PS5 came out in November of 2020.
Oh, right. That's right.
Nick, number 4.
My number 4 goes to Alan Wake Remastered. I wanted this up higher, but I was literally like... I took a picture of writing all this down on fucking Notepad. Because I was sitting at my computer and I was listening to music, and I'd type a game in and be like, oh wait, no, I forgot about this game. And
Yeah.
I'd have them all here, and then I'd be like, okay, now which ones go in the list? This took me probably like an hour and a half to like...
Take some time, man.
Yeah, but The only reason it's not higher up there is because there's little things about the movement in that game that just when I see it happen, I'm just like,
Yeah.
Like when you are running straight, and if you tilt it a little bit, like your character model will kind of like shake while you're running, and I'm just like, that's something that probably could have been.
I did buy it, so I'm looking forward to checking it out.
It looks fantastic, and I love going back to Bright Falls and still getting the shit scared out of me by what's her name, the lady in black.
Yep.
But just experiencing that story all over again, and it's just one of my favorite games that ever came out in the Xbox 360 era, and it's huge that like PC and PlayStation now both have this game.
Yep.
So fantastic game, $30, get it, play it, love it.
Oh yeah,
Cool. Number 3.
Final Fantasy VII PC.
Oh,
It still counts, bitch. Fucking December 15th. It still fucking counts, bitch.
Yeah.
Wow. Have you seen this game running on PC?
It is
Fucking holy shit.
Not-
Exactly what I want. Well, there's some issues.
I heard it
there's some
I heard it
issues.
was more than some.
There's a couple. There's a couple issues. They have to fit. There's a lot that they gotta fix. It's a really bad fucking PC
And
port.
it's still in your top 3, huh?
I fucking love it, dude. Well, I mean, and again, it's not really fair. It's definitely a personal choice, but it runs really well on my rig. Like gameplay is just crisp 120.
Yeah.
And 120 Final Fantasy VII Remake is like, oh my god, it's too fucking beautiful. I can't look at it. Like, it's dude, it's so good.
Yeah.
And like, I really wanted to deep dive and start playing it again, but I was like, I got other things I gotta play first. But nice, short and sweet. I paid $70 for it.
That's ridiculous.
I paid day one. Fuck you, Epic. Yeah. I'm not proud of that. I'm really not, but god damn, it looks so good.
You've got to be fucking taking Quaaludes to pay for $70 for that fucking game.
I mean, think about us. We're associated with him.
Yeah.
Like,
Guilty by association.
I don't think any of us deserve iPhones.
That's my number 3.
Yeah. Number 3 for me, Forza Horizon 5.
me too.
Nice. That game fucking rocks. Dude, like...
I'm so excited to play it, dude.
Dude, that game just, like... It scratches the racing itch. It scratches the car customization itch that I needed for a very long time and have not received.
Is there a Z in it?
I'll need to get into that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a Nerd Corp Z.
No shit.
I do. I have a Nerd Corp
Fuck
Z.
yeah.
Oh, you can, because Game Pass, Derek.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a beautiful game altogether. Just traveling this fictional Mexico is fucking cool. And I'm such a sucker for Latin representation in games. As a Latino, of course, I'm going to...
What?
Yeah.
Hey, it's Latin X.
Whoa,
No,
it's not.
I choose.
Yeah.
I choose.
That was a big thing of 2021. was denouncing the Latinx.
Yeah.
That's why I did it.
Yeah. I got it.
Do you get it?
I understood the joke.
I heard
Nick.
the joke, so I came out.
Yeah.
I in the kitchen.
But like I said, I'm such a sucker for Latin representation in video games. Not only am I a sucker for them, I feel like an extra connection to them. I feel like I'm in on the little secrets that the game gives you when it's speaking Spanish to you. You know what I mean? So driving around this big competition in this giant Mexico clone was such a fun ride for me. So that's why it's
Average white person playing when they start saying stuff in Spanish, just like, okay.
Yes. See,
I understood that.
Bueno.
Papusa.
Tostada.
Man, I really the fucking masculine urge to drop $1,000 on a fucking wheel and gear shifter just so I can really play this game. Like, have you seen T-Pain's setup?
Yeah,
how he has like the fucking
the gyro.
Oh my god, bro! I want that would be so fucking cool.
I convinced my friend Neil Well, I didn't really convince him. All I did was take my Oculus to his house after Christmas. He played it, and he's like, I gotta fucking get one of these.
Yeah.
And then he referenced me, and I got a $60 Oculus store credit.
Nice.
So we both
bought
a few games. But we played Assetto Corsa over at his house.
Mm-hmm.
It's made in the same vein of like Gran Turismo and like the Forza Motorsport.
Uh-huh.
It's like a racing simulator because he's got a Logitech wheel and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And we played that shit in VR.
Yeah.
And
that would be dope.
I've played the shit out of some
Dude,
VR
it's
games.
so cool.
That would be dope as fuck.
I tried to play this racing game in VR and it threw my equilibrium the fuck off.
Well,
like,
dude,
I
have you
was
seen...
driving and I like had this weird urge to like I couldn't keep my balance and I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Have you seen the Spider-Man clones on Oculus where you can like do the swinging and everything?
So that's a game on Steam called Boneworks, and you can get a bunch of mods because Neil got this, and he's got a Spider-Man mod where you can like swing. And I've seen all those videos, and I want to do all of those.
Those are those TikToks where the dudes are like throwing the guns over
like
and
waiting,
and they like fall over and they do like a backflip.
He's got like a Deadpool suit on, but he's swinging like Spider-Man.
Shoots the bullet at like a pan that he throws, and it like ricochets.
Yeah. Okay.
So we played this game, and there's a sandbox mode where you can just do whatever the fuck you want, and one of the mods that you can get was an Apache helicopter, and we're like, yeah, right, like, it's probably just a prop. I spawned it. I was able to climb up into it, open the door, get inside of it, and fucking take off with it. And
what in the hell,
and
dude?
one of the mods is a fucking pelican from Halo that you can fly around.
Nice,
and we're just sitting there like,
Pelican!
what the fuck? But yeah, that's Boneworks, and it's on Steam, in case you wanted to
Fuck
check it
yeah.
out, 'cause I know you got the VR.
I still gotta hook it up to play Alex.
Oh my god. I wanted to put that on here even though it's not, but for me it's like I'm experiencing this game for the first time, so I'm like, this is a 2021 release for me. But it's fantastic.
Honorable mention?
Yeah, honorable mention I have
Honorable.
Honorable. Let's see.
Is you gonna give me a kiss? Leaned in pretty close there.
I don't know if I have an honorable mention. Let's see. This came out in 2021, right? Tony Hawk 1 and 2 remake?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So that's an honorable mention because holy fuck did that game scratch an itch of nostalgia. Like, ridiculously fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just like I don't know. It had all the older skaters from it, including some new ones. Like I think his son Riley is in it.
Yeah.
And then some other people that I don't know anymore because I don't follow. There's no more Tony Hawk games to follow, so you don't know who.
Because that's the only way that I followed skaters was where were they in the Tony Hawk game?
Rodney Mullen.
Yeah, dude, Rodney Mullen was fucking.
Oh, he's still hands down my all-time favorite.
Oh yeah.
Him and I can't remember. There's another guy out there that's been in videos that's like replicating some of what he's done, and it's insane. But
Jesus.
Yeah, that game I haven't even thought about trying to get the platinum on that because one of the trophies is unlocking Officer Dick, which is like me reading about it was like, no, that's way too
Eddie,
fucking hard.
Weren't you, Eddie, trying to go for the platinum?
Yeah, until I read The Officer.
Yeah.
I was like, no, it's okay, I don't need it.
Even though I want to unlock him because it's Jack Black. Yeah. But like at the same time, it's like
I'm not gonna do anything.
That's very funny.
But yeah, that was a hell of a game, and it was $40, wasn't it, or was it $50? Yeah, $40 for a brand new game, and
$20 each.
Later on, they came out with the PS5 version, which is even better.
Yep.
Yeah, just fantastic. I had a blast playing that game, and I technically still haven't played through all of it. So
yeah,
I mean that's kind of how I felt when I bought Diablo 3, and then the Diablo 2 remaster on PC, both of them on PC, because I already had Diablo 3 on PlayStation, but I didn't have all the DLC for it. So I was gonna go ahead and buy Diablo 2 Resurrected on PC, and it was like, I think it was $40 for that, and then, but it was $60 for both games. And I was like, fuck it, I'll just buy them both then, whatever.
Yeah. I've had Diablo 3 on PC, like, for a while. I think it's when I originally bought it, but just haven't touched it in ages.
Oh, yeah.
Number 2?
My number 2. Can you guess?
Halo Infinite.
Is Metroid Dread.
See,
I should have known.
And see, I thought Metroid Dread was going to be your number 1.
Oh,
It was.
okay.
It was.
I thought Dread was going to be your number 1.
It was. For a
Until
very
you guessed
long
and he wanted
time.
to prove you wrong.
I know.
Wow.
He was like, haha.
So this is just an immaculately developed game. Like, it's just so fucking good how each moment just I was gonna say coalesces. I don't think that's the right word. How it carries itself from each moment to moment is so fucking awesome.
Yeah, no, it's not.
No, it's not. No.
And
Transitions, maybe?
whatever. We can fucking dickheads.
Words.
Soliloquy?
It's all
Soliloquy.
What-
Deep cut.
what-
Dark Corporation deep cut.
What's the symbology there?
There's not much of a story. It tries to like throw little fucking curveballs, but I don't give a shit. Like, the whole thing about Metroid was like the cool power-ups and the cool enemies and like trying to beat the game as fast as fucking possible, which is still very much alive. I don't know. It's just, and I know that it's like, it's the best selling Metroid game, so the future is bright, but I don't really see Metroid ever being more than kind of, again, a niche property for Nintendo, but fucking phenomenal video game.
Cool. Before I hit my number 2, I want to give an honorable mention to Tetris Effect Connected.
If you want to shorten that down, Tetris affected.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be Eddie if
There wasn't a Tetris.
Tetris
in
wasn't in
No.
there. Yeah.
Tetris Effect Reconnected, actually.
To be fair, it is a really fucking good game.
That game, they added a multiplayer to it, and I am so good.
I'm too good.
I am so cracked.
I'm fucking cracked at Tetris, guys. Believe me.
My guy, you have no
guy.
idea. I'm cracked at Tetris, my guy.
No cap, bro.
No cap, bro.
No cap.
On God.
Oh God.
On God.
Fucking slap people.
My barber
Jeez.
my barber taught me no cap. like one of the times I went to him, he said that, and I was like,
What did you just say to me?
I was like, what?
Yeah, bro, dead ass.
Dead head ass, bro.
Yeah.
Aunt May, this meatloaf is bussin'. Sheesh.
Bussin'.
May,
Unequivocally fucking bussin'.
May, what the fuck is he talking about?
Jesse, what the fuck are you talking about?
That is the best. Unequivocally bussing.
These French fries are unequivocally fucking bussin'.
I'll show him that.
No, but Tetris Effect is probably one of the coolest Tetris games I've ever played in my life. It goes, you move the Tetraminos, and whenever you bring them down...
Wait, there's an actual term for the blocks?
Yes. Tetraminos.
Say it again.
I thought they all had their own individual names.
Well, it's like L cross, like
Oh.
square, but
Tetramino?
they're called Tetraminos.
Like dominoes?
Yeah, almost.
It's like their race.
That's like
Yeah.
Tetris Dominoes with extra
And if you
steps.
say it with a hard R, it becomes racist.
Tetraminos. So
I was
when
going for tetrameters.
get them meaners out of here.
Oh, no.
All right.
Boogie boogie meaner.
We are really fucking, we're fucking
Anyway.
dancing on that line, man.
So they have this really fun soundtrack. It's just like this big EDM like vomit. It's just everywhere.
Yeah.
But the cool thing about it is that you have certain ways of manipulating the music with the way you bring down the tetrominos. And so every time you're playing it, you know, it like the tetrominos make a certain sound, but as you're putting it down, no matter how the order goes or how you bring them down, like it always goes with the song. And it's super cool. And you just go through to these different planets and worlds and stuff, and you experience their atmosphere through how you play Tetris. So like if you're playing really well, it's like in this desert area, it'll just swell into this giant crazy thing, and you can play it in VR too, which is way cool. So that's an honorable mention. Tetris Effect Reconnected, just because I'm dope at that game. But
it's not even that good. It's just that he's good at it.
No,
it's
a really
no,
good
I know.
game.
I'm kidding.
number 2 is Deathloop.
Wow, okay.
Number 2 is Deathloop.
I am fucking dying to know what you think about this video game.
I am so in love with this game.
Really?
I am so in love with this game.
Really?
I think that it is scratching the Bethesda arcane itch that I need it to. And I am so happy. Thank you so much, by the way.
Of course, yeah.
But I am in love with it. Like, I played it. I've been playing it.
Have you beaten it?
I haven't beaten it just yet.
Please, don't get spoiled.
Yeah.
It's a great ending.
Yeah. I plan on beating it soon. I have just been playing a lot of my number 1, which is going to surprise all of you. But love it. The banter between the protagonist and the antagonist, like just that banter that they have throughout the whole game is just so fun for me. The weapons are fun and funny, and I can't say any more good things about this game. I was hyped about this game from day one.
Yeah, you were.
You know, and then I got kind of like saturated with all the extra shit that was coming out for it, but the moment that I played that game, I was like, it's over. It's honestly what I feel like it is. It's Dishonored meets We Happy Few as far as theme goes, and I'd recommend that game to everybody. But yeah, that's me. That's my number 2.
My number 2 is, I'm putting Halo Infinite as my number 2.
Very cool.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. I didn't know what to expect when like that game was coming out. I mean, obviously in the vein of Halo, I knew what to expect, but it had like a strong start, but there were a lot of issues that I mentioned quite a bit in the past. But
Quality was in the air.
Yeah, they fixed a few of the stuff there in the multiplayer, but campaign dropped, and just the second that you see when he when he wipes the thing, the window or whatever, and you see Master Chief there,
dust off the
you're just
window.
like, oh, they could just get hit with this fucking
Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum.
And then when he's going to the enemy ship and he's just like fucking parkouring off of the debris, grabs the gun, and I'm just like, bro,
Extreme.
like what?
It's good
what
to have
else
Chief
can
back.
you get thrown? Like what? I did not expect you to throw all of this stuff at me, dude.
Yep.
After what Halo 5 was, you know?
Yep. A fucking travesty is what it was.
Yeah.
The campaign in Halo 5 did no favors for anybody, and the multiplayer was fine. It was fine. You know, they really, with 5, they really went outside the box with tweaking that arena formula. And as we have come to find out, going back to basics is what was necessary.
Well, I mean, that was their first Halo game, wasn't it?
No, 4 was.
Was it 4? Oh, okay.
So they had 4.
No excuses then.
Yeah. They had 4, and then they
Third
did
time's the charm.
the Master Chief Collection, and then 5, and then Infinite.
So we went from 4, which was good, to Master Chief Collection, which was okay, and then 5, and it's like, what happened?
I remember seeing you guys like switch from old to new, like over and over again.
That was great.
So, who's excited for the show?
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
You know how I feel.
No. Are you just...
So, Halo is gonna be pretty well suited for that, as long as the prosthetics and the costume work and everything is on point. I feel like it has promise. Like it can be good. You know, I don't know. Chief is such a fucking video game character that it's really hard to translate that to a likable character on screen.
Right, like he can't be more than a 10-minute protagonist.
Which is why Halo 5 like stumbles as much as it does, is because 343 really has this problem with not only its villains, but it trying to establish a solid narrative around our connection with Master Chief and Cortana, because that was the biggest reason to play Halo 3.
Yeah.
Is you wanted to save Cortana. You wanted to get in there, and then Halo 4 comes out of the fucking gate with probably the most emotional story of the entire Halo series, like, you know, dealing with the rampancy with Cortana and slowly losing her, like, almost like to something like cancer. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
And I don't know. I really liked Halo 4. I thought Halo 4 the campaign was really good. Worst multiplayer, easily the worst. But I liked what they did. And 5 was just kind of, you know, I still don't know what they were trying to do. I really don't. Because they introduced characters like Locke that came in and like actively disrespected the fuck out of Master Chief, which is like just something that you don't really do in these games. Which is something that Halo Infinite does really well in its campaign, is it gives an immense amount of reverence towards the character of Master Chief. Halo Infinite is my number one. And it feels really fucking good to say that. Because goddamn, I didn't think it would at all. And I'm looking at you, Nick, specifically because you know that feeling, that Halo 3 feeling of like 2007, and it really kind of just peaked there with not only with Halo, but kind of like video games as a whole. Like, I don't think I've ever been excited for anything like the way I was for Halo 3.
Yeah, it's like not only that, but it was Halo 3 on a new Xbox console.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Something similar here.
Yeah.
Which, you know, it does definitely feel like a homecoming. Like, it feels like everything. I don't really want to say 343 gets it, because I still don't. I don't think that they do. They really want to have, and of course, this is like influence from like The Last of Us and all these like hard-hitting, super emotional titles that like, oh, let's capture some of that magic and try and put it in our Space Marine game, which didn't really need that in the first place. Disappointing moments in the campaign include just like not having a whole lot of great characters in there, even though I really love what they do with Chief. I still haven't finished the campaign. That should tell you how much.
Yeah, that says a lot.
But it's good. Like, I don't want to say it's bad, because it's like I said, it's real back to basics.
Right.
And I'm excited for the future of Halo at this point.
Okay.
But the real MVP is the multiplayer. Like,
obviously, yeah, you've put so much time into that.
I fucking love it, dude. It's so much fun, and it's so like that loop, that 10-minute loop, which is all you really need for Halo, is here, and it is razor sharp, and it is fucking fun. Like, it's crazy that this game came out as fucking bare bones as it was, not even having a dedicated Slayer playlist, and I still played the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
Like,
well, it was like I said, I played right along with you, and I had all of the fun that you all had. I think, yeah, that game deserves its roses.
Every single gun has a viable reason to use it. Grenades are fucking like so pitch perfect in how you can like bounce them off of like surfaces to get a cool fucking multi-kill and shit. Like, New additions like the skewer gun just fucking fit. Is just at home with Halo. Like, I don't know how you just give a gun like that makes it feel like this could have been in Combat Evolved in 2002.
Right.
Like, I don't know. It's such a pleasant surprise. And like, yeah, Metroid Dread was my game of the year because I fucking loved that game. Mm-hmm. But Halo Infinite is just such a massive surprise that like, I gotta give it up.
Cool.
What is your number 1?
Hey, Nick, what was your number 10?
Get the fuck out. Are you serious?
My number 1 is Far Cry 6.
No way.
No.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No.
So
I gotta hear this.
So funny story about this that these two don't know. My mom bought me this gift.
Yes.
For Christmas.
Yes.
But Angela had already bought me this game. So
I bought him 3 games that he has not opened yet.
Yeah.
it's in the backlog, you know. You know what you were signing up for when you started dating a gamer, okay?
I know.
The backlog.
No, the worst thing is that I don't know what to buy you because you buy everything yourself.
So
then I'm like, okay, well, he doesn't have these, and they're PS5 games, so why not?
it's a struggle.
Yeah, it
But
is.
That is very funny. I'm going to tell my mother that she gave you
My
your
game of the year. My game of the year. Well, it's like I told you guys, I'm such a sucker for Latino representation in video games.
And it's pretty strong in this one.
It is very strong. I know half of the soundtracks to play on the radio.
Really?
Yeah, like
that's dope. That's cool as fuck.
Like one of the bands in when you switch the radio over to like the more salsa cumbia.
Yeah.
Is a band called Sonora Dinamita, and it was one of my grandmother's favorite bands.
Oh, okay. So it's hitting.
It hits nostalgia notes. It hits, and I mean even the game itself with the fun resolver weapons, the Supremo weapons. Even your little companions. You know, you have your little. You start off with a crocodile or an alligator named Guapo, handsome. You know what I mean? And just like does shit, and then you have a little dog named Chorizo.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he like runs up to people and like distracts them with his cuteness. And
it's a wiener dog, right? It's a wiener dog, but it has
a wheelchair type.
It doesn't have back legs.
Yeah. And I mean, it is exactly what you expect out of a Far Cry game.
Yeah.
But I feel like those added elements have kept me playing this game because I have been
very cool.
I've been playing this game. I have been replaying it, just like fucking running through this game. Like I am taking my sweet time with this game. Like I've only made it through 1/5 of the story, and I've been playing this game almost every day since I've been given it. And Giancarlo Esposito's a badass.
Yeah.
He is amazing, but the supporting characters are just as dope, just as cool. They all have their own little stories that mix and mesh well from what I've seen so far. And I can't get enough of it. And it's crazy because I'm the same way. Like I don't do Far Cry games as much.
Yeah.
You know, I played 5, and before I played 5, the last one I played was 3.
Yeah.
So I mean, it isn't like I'm some diehard Far Cry fan but Far Cry 6 took the cake for me this year.
Also Colin's game of the year.
Really?
Far Cry 6.
Wow.
So it does a really cool thing where at the end where you've like completely done everything, where it switches the power dynamic.
Oh.
So what you are doing is completely the opposite. So now they are trying to take over you.
Oh, okay.
So you are no longer the insurrection. You are the
dictatorship.
The dictatorship, and you have to go and like quell the insurrections.
Oh, that's rad.
So that's their way of like, hey, you're always gonna have something to do in Far Cry.
Yeah.
In Far Cry 6.
No, the game, especially with just the emotional elements, that's what took it for me. And even just the little nuances where you get into the car and if Danny hears a song that he likes, he'll sing along to it.
Yeah.
So you're driving and he's just belting the song that's
badass.
I think this game is
blindsided me.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that at all.
No, I know you weren't.
Yeah.
I honestly think this game was very well made, and it was made with a lot of love for culture, a lot of love for Latino culture and what it stands for, and the things that in some of these countries these people actually go through.
Yeah.
So it is definitely a beautiful love letter to revolution, but it's also a great time altogether.
What time period is it?
I want to say it's like 70s, 80s.
Because it takes place during like the Cuban
Missile Crisis.
So the only thing about that is that Cuba is still like very in like the 80s, like to this day.
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't have. Like,
Let me look it
The
up.
70s,
real quick.
80s, 90s, and today.
They have very limited
The best
technology
hits.
there.
Oh no, it does take place in 2021.
Fuck off.
The events of Far Cry 6 take place during October of 2021.
Interesting. Cool. Well, now I have to play it.
Yeah, no, this game, I can't say enough about this game. This game is amazingly well versed. You can tell that they really put their time and thought into it. I feel like this is probably the best Far Cry, apart from 5, that I've played. Nick, number 1?
Well,
Hello Kitty Adventure Island.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why.
Then that beats mine out. But
yeah, we kind of already... I was trying to think of, like... Because, like Cole said, this has been kind of a meh year for gaming. And I was just like, okay, well, what game was I most hyped for? What game did I know that I spent the most time playing? And that was Back 4 Blood.
Okay.
So I'm going to do... And then I have a runner-up that, since we already talked about Back 4 Blood.
Okay, yeah.
Just a little on Back 4 Blood. I was never more excited for a game to come out this last year than I was for this. I played the beta. I put about 22 hours into the beta when you could play it. And then they're just like, hey, guess what? Game Pass day 1. And I was like, oh my God, yes. So I played that. I played it with you guys. I played it with a bunch of other people. I've sunk some good time into it.
us?
But yeah. I play it with another podcast.
How
actually.
could you?
Put a lot of time into it. Still haven't finished it, but still chugging along. And then, since we've already talked about that, I figured I'd do a runner-up, and it's a game. I don't know. It's not really a game per se. It's about a 4-hour-long game that it came out on Game Pass called Unpacking. And it's basically, it's a puzzle. It's like a kind of a puzzle game. Yeah, where...
it's like the Overcooked clone, kind of.
Well, not really. Doesn't play like Overcooked. So basically, your character goes through different like places that I don't know if it's a he or she, because at one point you're putting away like dude clothes, another point you're putting away like bras and panties. So I'm like, well, who am I? Am I, so he or she goes through these different apartments, and you're basically opening boxes and putting stuff into the best spot. But it's like, at the end, if it'll tell you like, oh no, you can't put that there, which I thought was kind of weird. I'm like, I live here. Like,
Yeah, I can put wherever the fuck I want.
That I can't put this skateboard in this chair.
Yeah.
But just when you're playing through this game, it has a little kind of lo-fi soundtrack, and just when you're playing this game, you're just like, this is just zen. Like, it's just so just relaxing, even though you're unpacking a house, but you're just
chill lo-fi beats to unpack too.
Exactly, yeah. And so
yeah.
I really enjoyed playing that game. And I honestly, besides Back 4 Blood, like I couldn't pick a number 1. So, and then the honorable mention was Valheim. Viking Minecraft.
Yeah.
That game came out of the gates with a big fat dick.
Yeah.
Cool.
And lived up to it.
By the way, I meant to say Hello Kitty Island Adventure, not Adventure Island.
Oh.
I was referencing the South Park movie, or was it? No,
I don't know.
no. It was just
It's the World of Warcraft episode.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. The World of Warcraft episode. Yeah.
Butters, I thought you said you were really into World of Warcraft. No, I said I was in a Hello Kitty Island adventure.
Butters, get on the online gaming sensation.
That one episode with like,
Mushroom.
What are you guys playing? We're playing Harry Potter. Fags. That was a good one too.
Well, that does it for our best games of 2021. We hope you enjoyed it. As always, you can follow us on social media.
On Facebook at the Nerd Corporation, a podcast.
On Twitter and Instagram at Nerdcore Podcast.
Or you can shoot us an email at nerdcourtpodcast@gmail.com. Send nudes.
And if you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Search the Nerd Corporation and look out for our green NC logo.
And if you want to hear uncut and extended versions of these episodes, subscribe to our Patreon, patreon.com/nerdcorepodcast. Several tiers of loot to have access to, from stickers and shirts to extra content and bonus episodes. If you can't make a monthly contribution, consider supporting us on PayPal, paypal.me/nerdcorepodcast. We want to give you the best loot, have the best equipment, and give you the best nerdy experience, and that is the best way to do that.
We would also like to have the best loot.
Yes, yes. Give us some money.
Can I has loot?
I can has loot.
So for the Nerd Corporation, we thank you, and keep it nerdy, y'all.
Bye-bye.
Bye.